Good morning. And today, what brings me here is another episode of Fullmetal Alchemist, another character, to be honest. And it's the first episode that highlights him. And he's the Frozen Alchemist. He's an interesting character. He's pretty smart. He's pretty up there. The only problem is he's seeing what is going on. He's the little kid, saying the Emperor has no clothes. And he gave no thought in actually trying to convince other people that the emperor has no clothes. And really, if you think about it, he's right. And it's gonna come in another episode, but it's gonna come in another video. But this first episode in the series really foreshadows what's gonna happen in the end of the series of the anime, and it's really good. It's really good, and it actually shows a lot of the developments that I really should just devote another video to it because it's really interesting. But the Frozen Alchemist actually highlights something that happens a lot. Is a lot of people just trying to be social justice warriors or just they try to do everything alone, and really that's not how things fly in society. We need to actually get not everybody on board, but enough people on board. And also something that the anime highlights really well. You don't need a lot of people to actually make a revolution happen or make something happen. Again, there are a ton of examples in this. If you see in a class, I think everybody that is watching this video right now, they all were in a classroom someday. And you can see, you don't need a lot of people in the class actually agreeing with something for everybody else to get in line. It happens a lot. Even when you see like a class going on and the teacher is speaking, all he needs is 4 or 5 people to actually follow up with him for the others to actually get interested in the class. And that happens also historically if you think about the Bolshevik Revolution. They all say there were a lot of people actually there making noise for everybody to follow. You can see the cultural revolutions going on, in China. What happens there? It's all the same combination. You don't need a massive amount of people to convince to make some change. And sometimes when maybe you have no friends or something like that, you think, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go out there and just gonna make it happen. And who gives a shit? I'm smarter than everybody. And if you actually watch some other episode that I really didn't find, but you can see that the Frozen Alchemist has no friends. He has no friends, no allies. You can see that in the first episode he tries to get the Ruby Alchemist on board because it's like, oh, the Ruby Alchemist is a maverick, so for sure he's gonna be on my side. But honestly, it's a failure of reading people because if you realize the Ruby Alchemist is just an anarchist, he's exactly like the Joker from Dark Knight. Again, another interesting character. Would love to make some videos about him. And if you look at it, and now we gotta ask the same question I've been asking in every episode. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? And really, what that means is mostly we don't want to make societal changes for no reason. But let's say you're in a company or you own the company, or again, you're giving some classes, or you're in a family. You you can't you can't do things alone. You cannot just convince yourself that's the thing and then fuck it, let's just do it and nobody care, nobody matters. Because that's not true. And really what happens here is you gotta convince people. And what I'm saying here is actually something you notice. You first convince yourself, and then you convince some people around you, and then just by this flow of people getting convinced, the other people follow suit. And really, when you or I we start thinking, "Oh man, I'm just gonna do it by myself," and everything, some red light should light up inside your head. Not that you can't just be audacious and try different things. You totally should. I mean, I'm doing this right now, but you shouldn't expect other people to go and follow you and get in line with you. Be in your page. If you're doing something by yourself, just expect you're going to do it by yourself, and really expect nobody to understand you, and that's fine. But have no expectations that people really get on your side immediately. And mostly, really, what should happen is you should show them that it works, and then you really people will start getting on your side. It's just like the Steve Jobs biography where Jobs says most people don't know what they want until they see what they want. And it's the same thing here. And really, if the Frozen Alchemist actually wanted to convince people, I think he could, but he really didn't even try. He didn't even think about it. And going back to the anime, after 7 minutes of rambling here, if you really see him and his body language and how he portrays himself, because he's totally alone, he has nothing to lose. And when you have nothing to lose, you can like act very reactively and act almost recklessly for no reason. And you can see, dude, in this episode and in other episodes, he's a competent guy. And he actually made things happen by himself. So if you really think about it, if he actually stopped and got some allies, he would have succeeded. That's the worst part. And that foreshadows what Roy Mustang had to do. Again, he's crazy here. He's trying to make things happen by himself, and then in the end, he's still going for it. And then in the end, he just dies. He just dies to Wrath, basically, for no reason. And I even wonder, I know the story was written after the whole anime was written, and I'm pretty sure this first episode wasn't supposed to be the first episode. I didn't research it. It doesn't matter. But really, dude, if you think about it, I really wonder if Roy Mustang really got, let's say, he really looked at this and he really got some inspirations from this school, and we realized, oh, I need to get some friends, I need to get some allies. I don't think so. I actually think he just did it the way he thought was the best way to succeed, and this was just another emergency, another fire he had to squash, and that's it. Again, what that means to you and to me as SJWs, which I don't want to be. I don't like. No, please no. Honestly, don't be an SJW. Realize most people that make you be an SJW, they're just trying to use you. And again, they're trying to make get as many voices as they can, just so other people have the impression there are not enough people to follow the cause. And really, most of the time, if you're actually getting really this emotional about something and being an SJW, you're probably being used, and probably the end result won't be really good, won't be what you expect. And really, it goes back to your investment of useful idiots. You're just being an useful idiot right now. So, something for thought, something for you to think about, food for thought. Thank you very much. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you next time.